When you started this, when you found this place, did you have it in mind that you wanted it to be like a group lodging house?
No, I wasn't a Christian at the time, and I was going to retire up here, and I thought I'd make a big, like a roller skating rink in the big room, and I'd have rooms for pottery and art, and I had, been a part of a band, so I was going to have a music room, and we were going to have parties here, and then real estate values went down by 40%, and there was no way I could retire. That was in my mid-40s. So it just sat here for a while. We're trying to rent it to a bunch of different people, and they'd say, oh, yeah, great, and then nothing would come through. And meanwhile, the money's going out. And we went on a family reunion back in Florida. And when we were all crowded together, because we wanted to be together, I thought of this place. I thought, wouldn't it be great if we just had a big, huge place to gather, because we have an 80-person family. And so we came up with the idea, and we ran it by everybody, and they said, it'd never work. You couldn't charge enough. The top you could ever get up here is $300 a month or $300 a night. And so we did it anyway. And we put a big chunk of our money that we had on it and worked on it for 3 years.
So it was a family thing?
It was a family thing, and then we had in mind family reunions, and then we found that church groups wanted it because they could keep the youth all together and not have to worry about who was getting in trouble with who. Because they could watch everybody and they could have a good time. And
how did churches hear about it?
That was hard. In the old days, before the internet, you had to either advertise with expensive ads in Via magazine or Sunset magazine, and almost all of our business came from that. We tried the Chronicle, we spent thousands in advertising, and ultimately what happened was a few people started coming up, and they'd tell their friends, and they'd tell their friends, and it was word of mouth mostly.
How many groups a year do you get?
We get about 150 groups a year, and that's going up. And this is one of the most successful properties on the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's a huge blessing because you can keep everybody in. Everybody becomes really close, really friendly and stuff. If you have to become, because you're 10 feet within somebody the whole time.
Right.
Instead of like the big camps and stuff where you can roam all over the place with them. It's a real blessing to be able to hang out together and have such a nice place like this.
Do you remember any time? You've been here a couple times.
Yeah,
right?
this will be my third time.
Yeah.
I've had friends who've come up who have not known the Lord at all, and their lives have just been rocked as a result of this weekend. We have great speakers who come up. We have our worship band that plays, and people's lives just really get changed in a way that you really don't expect something like that. Just a couple days up here, we snowboard one day and stuff, and then we have such good meetings at night and stuff. You just wouldn't think it, but people's lives really get changed.
They come up because of the snow.
Oh yeah, you guys in schooling from school. Oh yeah, snowboarding. All right, that's all they're thinking about.
And we'll sit through the other stuff.
Exactly.
And let them try and snow us.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, they're broken and they're accepting Christ into their lives, and it's awesome.
Yeah,
so.
that's the way we wanted it used, and it seems to be being used like that a lot. That and families getting together, that bond families together, so that people can get far enough apart to where they're not in each other's hair all the time, and they have enough big areas to gather to where they can have their functions, but at the same time they are all together. They're not staying in their own little separate cubicles.
Yeah, it's amazing the intimacy that is just created throughout the part of the week. We have 65 to 70 just people inside that tiny room. We have this full band with bass and guitar and two voices and drums and everything that are just rocking out for the Lord, and it's just all in this confined little space, and everybody's just getting, I guess, bombarded with just the Lord, and just everything is just coming to them, and it's just such a cool a great experience just to have that kind of it's awesome.
The nice thing is if it's inside, there's the acre right next door, and we have the cabins next door to this, so they're pretty mellow about reasonable amount of noise.
Yeah.
As long as it's not outside, you can really get down and rock out.
Oh yeah, that's great.
And it's not a problem. Don't have the neighbors calling and saying, "Should I quiet too?" This is a good thing.
Yeah.
Tell us about your kitchen, and this is a lot of food. How many people are coming?
This year we have about 76, and 6 years ago we started doing this, and my parents actually volunteered to come up and cook and
Our
stuff.
parents.
And our parents, we're brother and sister. And
And
so
you're
they-
short. This is
so-
good.
Yeah. So
That's
they
all.
came up and they brought some food. Really didn't know what they were doing. Kind of planned some rough meals out and stuff just to get things going. 6 years later, here we are. They got it down to a science. We order food from Cisco. I mean, here we have like hundreds of frozen
We got
Pop-Tarts.
Red
Bull.
Pop-Tarts and Red Bulls.
We got nachos. I mean, we
And
have
the average age
Hash
of this
cereal,
group can't be
water,
over
toast.
22.
And it's
Exactly.
It's awesome food.
No,
and
incredible food. We get
the appliances are awesome.
yeah,
also.
just
Just
it's a lot of fun. It works out great because we move those couches out and then we put tables all through here and stuff. And,
How many people wind up getting to seat in the main area? About.
we probably get about 50 in here or so, and then out there, some people will eat in there and stuff. We'll get, but total, like the first year we ever came, there was like 85 of us or something, and that room was just packed completely, knee to knee. I mean, you couldn't move anywhere, which is awesome. And the numbers are still stayed up. And like I said, like there's about 75 of us this year,
Right.
and it's become an awesome place.
Is it enough? Is there enough dishwashing
Huh?
and cooking capacity?
Yeah.
sorry.
What?
These.
Mom! Oh my gosh!
Are they making a movie?